welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be hair story time. So I'm going to tell you all about my hair color, what products I use in my hair, and also like how I got the color that I have, and like, yeah, all the story, like the story behind my hair basically. So let's just get into it. Up until I was 20 years old, I was always blonde. So I had blonde hair when I was young, and then when I was 13 or so, I think, I started to do like highlights in my hair just because it was getting darker. And so I did highlights in my hair, blonde highlights, and then all the way up until I was 20, I did that like every 3 months or so. But then I sort of grew tired of always having to, like, never being able to do anything to my hair myself, because it's super hard to do like blonde hair at home. So I grew tired of that, and then also having to go to the hairdresser all the time, because when I turned 20, that was when I moved here to Lund and started studying. And as a student, you don't have as much money as you have when you live at home, or I didn't, and my mom used to pay my hairdresser, like pay for me to go to the hairdresser. So yeah, I sort of felt like it was not reasonable for me to continue like dyeing my hair every 3 months at a hairdresser. So I think it was October 2013, I decided to go brunette. So I was very happy with that. I had a picture on my phone and I just went to a new hairdresser, because before that I was going to a hairdresser in Halmstad, where I used to live. And I just went there with a picture on my phone and said, like, I want my hair to look like this. And it was sort of dark roots and then sort of like very cold highlights in the lower part of the hair. And she did that, and I was super happy with it and kept it up for a while. But then it sort of, when it faded, it became much lighter, and then it became almost my own hair color. So I decided to have sort of like my natural hair color for a while, like in the roots, and then the lengths were like more blonde, because it had been blonde before I dyed it like brown. So that sort of peeked through. So I had very light lengths, and then I had sort of brownish roots. And then I wanted to do something different. I can't remember it, but I think I dyed it brown for the first time in October 2013, and then I think I did this color in April of 2015. So I did have the brown hair for a little longer than a year, or 1.5 years maybe. But then I was sort of wanting to change it up, and I wanted to do a color. I knew I wanted to do something like colorful. And so my friend went to a hairdresser in Helsingborg, which is like a 40-50 minutes drive away from me. But she went to a hairdresser there, and they told her that they were going to have, or no, I don't think they told her, but I knew her hairdresser because she went there. And then they posted on Facebook that they were going to have a photo shoot where they wanted like hair models to that photo shoot, and it will be with a theme color. And I was super like intrigued by that, so I wrote to them on Facebook and said that, hey, I'm very interested in taking part in this photo shoot. And she told me to send her a photo of my hair, so I did. And that was when I had sort of like brownish hair. But so yeah, I sent her a picture, and she said that they would love to have her or have me on that photo shoot. So I think it was like a month later I went there, and they were like super secretive. It was a very, very fun experience. We were like, I think we were 7 girls there that got their hair done, so dyed and everything. And we were there from like, I think I got there at like 11 a.m. and then I stayed there until like 7 p.m. or like 6 p.m. something like that. It was a super long day, but it was so fun. And like, got your hair dyed, and like they fixed it, but they were super secretive. So first I just sat down in the like hairdresser's like chair, and she put a color in my roots that was sort of the color of like beetroot. I don't know. I think it's beetroot, but it's sort of like a pinky dark, like not straight up purple, but sort of like with a pinkish tone to it. She put that in like my roots, and I had told her that I really wanted to take part in this photo shoot. I just didn't want to go pink because, and she said like, what, why? I think you would look good in pink. And I said no, I don't think so, because I have very like pink undertones to my skin, and I thought that would sort of clash with each other. I don't know, I just didn't want pink. But then she put that in my roots, and I was like, okay, what is this? I will try and insert a picture if I have one. But then, and then they washed that out, and I had to wait for a while the others got their hair done. And then they put like bleach in my lower parts of my hair, so from the ends and up. I don't know, it was sort of high, like up here or something, and I had to sit with that for a while, and then they washed it out. And then they sort of put the I had to, you know, when you're in one of those like where you get your hair washed in at the salon, I was in one of those, and then I was like laying there, and they washed out the bleach, and then they put the second color in my hair while I was laying there, and I had no idea which color it was or how it was going to end up. And I was like laying there thinking, what color might go with like the beetroot color I had on top? And I was like, oh, maybe blue or purple, or I had no idea. So then I sort of just lay there waiting for the color to develop that was in my hair, that I had no idea what it was. And then they washed that out, and then I had to sit up again and like in front of the mirror, and I was like, it's orange. That was like the last color I thought they would do my hair in, and at first I was like, oh my god. And no, I wasn't unhappy with it, but I was not very happy with it either. So that was a shock. And then I get to go home, and then 2 days later they were like, we had the photo shoot, and then they like did my hair. So they did like this like Hollywood waves in my hair, and then they took a lot of pictures and everything. It was a really fun experience. And yeah, since then I've had my hair this way. And the one thing I really like about my hair like this is that I can do some of it myself. So last time I went to the hairdresser was in August, so I haven't been since August. And yeah, I really like that I can sort of do in between on myself, but I do go to her, like, I want to do it every 6 months or so, but usually it's a bit longer than that. But yeah, I really like this color, and once I got used to it, I really liked it. So I wanted to share with you what I use in my hair, so what color I use. And for my roots, I dyed it like a few days ago, so you can see like the fresh color of my roots. But on my roots I use the Igora, or the Schwarzkopf Igora Vibrance kit. Yeah, it's a hair dye, and you get like I get two applications from this. So I have the color 599. I will leave the information in the description box as well, but I have the color 599. Which is called light brown violet extra. I don't know, but 5 is sort of, I think 1 is pitch black, and then sort of 9 is super pale, so it's sort of somewhere in the middle. And then you get like these bottles, and I have used one in this kit already. But then you get this, so you mix the dye into this one and just shake it up, and then just apply it like this and brush it through the hair. So that is what I use to do my roots. And if I want to sort of do the ends of my hair, because you can see they are sort of orange, I use also the Schwarzkopf Igora Expert Mousse in 877. So it's called light blonde copper extra, so it has sort of like a coppery tone. And I just put this in my hair, let it develop, then wash that out, and then I put this in the lengths, and then I just wash that out. And after I have shampooed my hair and everything, or I want to mention this as well, this is the Revlon Professional Nutri Color Cream 3-in-1 Cocktail Care Color Care and Shine in Violet. I have used this once because when I do the roots they become very like purple, or violet, and then I wanted something that I can put in like more like this part of my hair to make it a bit more purple to like match this one, because this is very purple when I first do it, and then once it sort of leaves my hair it gets more like this color. So I wanted something to make them match, but I've only used it once and I'm still on the fence about it, so I just wanted to mention it, but I can't recommend it yet. But then I have one product that I really recommend, and if you saw my empties, you know that I really love this. This is the Lanza Keratin Healing Oil Hair Treatment. So once I get out of the shower and like towel dry my hair, I put this in my hair, which is sort of like a treatment that will make your hair softer. And then I also use this Lanza Healing Moisture Leave-In Conditioner, and sometimes I use them both, sometimes I just use this one, and sometimes I only use this one. So it depends sort of on my mood. I don't think this is, this is healing treatment, so, or healing oil. So this makes the quality of your hair better. This one is just, it detangles it, so it feels better at the moment, but it's not necessarily, you know, making the quality better. So yeah, those are the things I use in my hair, and I try to like not use any like heat on my hair. Sometimes I use a hairdryer, and like special occasions, maybe like 10 times a year or something, maybe not even that, I use a curling iron. I never use like a flat iron on my hair, and this is just I washed it yesterday and got out of the shower, and yeah, this is what it looks like without me doing anything to it. I think that was everything you need to know about my hair. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description box. I also wanted to mention, because they had like makeup artists on that photo shoot when I got my hair done, but then after that they started following me on Instagram, and the year after, so that was 2015 or 16. Yeah, it was April 2016, I believe, because then in April 2017 they had another shoot, but then they asked me to be like a makeup artist on that photo shoot, which was super exciting. Of course I said yes, and I had 2 models that I did their makeup, and it was such a fun experience. I have never done anything like that before that or after that, so I was super happy to do that. And yeah, that was my hair story. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and if I can, I will answer them. But I am no way a hairdresser of any kind, and I strongly suggest that you go to a hairdresser if you want to like color your hair for the first time. For me, I always go there like at least once a year, preferably twice, but usually once a year, and like get my the color touched up, and then I can sort of maintain it by myself by using these products. But I strongly recommend you going to a hairdresser if you want to change the color of your hair. Yeah, give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing about my hair, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!